Is that what happens like at the Cake Boss store that they've got like cake security?
Yes, exactly.
And do you think that it's like, oh, turn around, I need to see that cake?
And you said vanilla on vanilla?
Vanilla on vanilla.
Okay, that's the way I like it too.
You know, that's the other weird thing. You know,
Allie prefers chocolate on vanilla, but that's a totally different subject.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the Scott and Allie Not for Air podcast. The rules are gone. The shirt is untucked. Here's Scott and Allie.
We got to start by, it's your 20th anniversary today.
Yes.
As we are taping this.
That's right.
And
it is.
It's so exciting. I know we mentioned it a lot on the show. We put it on social media and everything. But the one thing that you got was a cake.
Oh, hang on. I'll find it here. I'll try to show you.
Happy anniversary, Scott, is what it says.
Yes. You'll forgive me. Allie's already eaten the first two. Oh, God. That's the second time I almost dropped it.
I almost dropped it, too.
Which would have been so ironic.
Right?
I don't know if you can really... There you go.
I did eat 2 of the balloons.
Yeah, well, that's all right.
But just a second ago, Scott said, and I was already planning on talking about this. You were like, oh, I guess if nobody's going to eat cake, I'll take it home for the family. I knew that you don't want anyone to eat the cake. I know it. It has not left this room. You're doing this on purpose, so no one will eat the cake.
Well,
because
with all respect, it's a little cake. How is it going to feed this place?
Well, there's not that many of us.
Well, that's true, too.
So here it is. Scott gets it. And, you know, it's your cake. You can do whatever you want with it.
We'll put it in the... If I put it in the kitchen, I guarantee you... Okay, the rule in this building, if it gets to a table that we have in the kitchen, it's open for anyone to go and do what they want with, right?
Yes, I know. And I know that you don't want that. You're like, nope, I'm taking this whole cake home. I'm not sharing with my coworkers.
The thing about it is...
The coworkers who have lifted you up for 20 years...
There's one person that's been here as long as we have.
Melissa.
Yes. But if I put it in the kitchen, I know what's going to happen.
What?
Somebody's going to eat a piece. Maybe 2 pieces are gone. Let me ask you straight out. Were you planning on eating a piece?
I was thinking about eating a small sliver.
Okay.
I think Jeff and Jim, and I think TJ would eat a piece, but he would eat a piece later.
Yeah, but you see, I don't have time for that.
Actually, Wendy will definitely eat a piece.
Yeah, that's true. All right, fine.
So what you should do is... You should cut the cake in half. No, you know, it's your cake. You do whatever you want.
No. Carry on with your thought here because I'm not saying you're wrong, but you're not quite right.
I know I'm right. I know
well,
that
you're
little
not quite
sneaky.
right.
I know that you're that little sneaky face.
No.
That you had no intention of sharing that cake.
That's not true.
Oh,
I would have thought that people would have stopped in and said, oh, nice cake. In which case I would have put it in the kitchen. Here's the thing. I'll put it in the kitchen, but I know this is going to happen. A few pieces are going to be eaten out of it, and then it's going to end up, we're going to walk in tomorrow morning, and there's going to be...
Cake for breakfast? Thank you.
Yeah, okay, there's that. We're going to walk in tomorrow morning, and there's going to be at least half the cake left. Mm-hmm. It will have been somewhat massacred, beginning to really dry out and crust. And then it's like, well, we've wasted it. So... I guess you're right.
Although crusty cake, I kind of like sometimes. I don't know what it is about crusty cake that it's got that. You're right. It does have that little crust on the icing.
Like the air is really taking its toll.
Yeah. But I knew you even said it. The rule is if it hits the table, it's free game. It hasn't left the studio. Nobody's going to come in here because if it's in here, then they go, it's not mine to take.
But we've been busy. Was I supposed to rush it out?
Busy, or I think you just really don't want to give up the cake.
No,
you want to take it home.
If you would like a piece of cake, we will cut a piece of cake. I have it. Hang on, I got a knife. Hold on. Hey, I have it somewhere. Hold on.
You know what's so funny as you're doing this is growing up, I never liked icing. I always would scrape it off and wouldn't eat it. But maybe icing has changed over time because now I took one of those chocolate balloons and I scraped the icing off the bottom of the cake. Sorry to your family.
There we go.
Oh, perfect.
So if you'd like to have a piece, go ahead. No, you're right. I mean, I
know I'm right.
My family will not eat the entire cake. I can promise you that. And I don't even know if it's chocolate cake, Gavin won't eat it. Lydia will. Lydia will eat any cake. If it's a vanilla or a yellow.
Yep. I don't even know what it is.
I don't know either. Maybe we should cut the cake.
Are you not even wanting a piece of cake?
I just haven't gotten there yet. I have a lot to do. Like we're doing the podcast, and then I've got to make some calls that are somewhat important. Can't guarantee I'll get a hold of the people, but I got stuff I've got to get done.
Oh yeah. So basically, this cake is never getting cut. I got it.
No, I just haven't had the chance. Fine. You know what? I'll go put. You want me to go right now and put the cake in the kitchen? And
no, you know what? It's your cake. I'm not trying to guilt you into this.
Let me turn on some ambient audio here.
Ambient audio. You don't think that I can be entertaining?
No, you can do it, but I want everyone to hear what's about to happen.
What's the ambient audio?
Hold on a second.
I can see the side of the cake.
anybody that's working, there's a cake going in the kitchen. Take a piece before I gotta go home if you want it.
There you go. I think that's the best,
It down.
especially because these people, they will get Scott live broadcast for extra money. I wouldn't say that they're all best of friends, which is exactly why he doesn't want to share the cake, because he's not close with any of these people. Now, see, Jordan will eat the
Piece of
cake.
if you like.
I just said, by the way, to our listeners,
Yeah.
it's because you're not really close to any of these people.
No, well, that's not really 100% true. I enjoy being at work with them.
Sometimes.
Yeah, yes, that's fair. That's a fair statement there. So, all right, we just left the studio door open. I can only imagine what's going on. Do you know how to page on the phone system here? Oh, here. Well, I was going to say I could
I
call.
think it's 08.
Well, yeah, but it won't work on the phone that you have there. That's for our studio phone. I could literally call the front here.
I don't know. I feel like your yelling did a pretty good job.
All right, so here, watch
What?
this.
Okay.
I'll let's see.
See, did you
here.
hear the woo? They're
I
excited
did.
about the cake.
Yeah, that's Jordan. He's excited anytime something comes in that he can eat. I was calling myself. Hold on, I'm going to call the front office,
Oh, okay. And tell them that they
and I'm
have
going
cake.
to tell them to page overhead. Watch
Paging
it.
Dr. Cake.
Welcome to Verizon Wireless.
Wow.
What?
Nobody paid our phone bill.
Do you not know? Wait, hold on. Where's my phone?
I know our phone number.
Okay.
Hang on.
I don't know. It seems questionable. Do you even work here?
I'll get this dealt with.
I think Mackenzie would eat cake.
Oh, sure, but they probably also see on caller ID that I'm calling, and they're like, "What is this idiot doing?
Don't pick up.
He's 50 feet away."
I think I hear them. I think they're probably already at the cake.
I'll go check, because obviously,
Thank you for calling Seven Mountains Media.
oh,
Hey, that's my voice.
oh, it is. I can't get away from you. I'll go check. Don't go away.
I know.
I'll check.
It probably is the old voicemail too, where it's like misinformation. It probably gives the wrong hours for the office too. Anyway, let's see here. Well,
Coming.
are they eating the cake? Okay.
Nobody is near the cake. Nobody has
Are you
touched the
serious?
cake. Nobody's touched the cake. And I apparently can't get through to our front office so they can do an overhead page to the 7 people that are in the building right now to tell them to go eat cake.
Okay, never mind.
There you go.
All right, you did your due diligence.
I did.
Now
That bitch is going right home with me.
I knew it.
Minus a piece for you.
I just want a little sliver.
Sure,
Actually, it's
yeah.
like the smallest sliver. Just
Yeah, well,
enough
it's a
to-
small cake, so a small sliver is really a big piece.
That's all he's willing to give up. Okay, Scott's got a bitch, a gripe. Are you going to turn this really fun podcast into not fun?
No, this will be fun, but I feel
medical bills, super fun.
But this is a society thing. Like, I think we need, you know how politicians and stuff, I almost couldn't get that out.
Today,
Politicians,
Junior.
you know how...
I could probably get in trouble for that.
yeah, you could. Yeah, you should
That's a movie
apologize.
quote.
You know what? No cake for you.
You really want that whole cake home.
Yeah.
You could also freeze it. They always say that you're supposed to now I can't talk.
Wow.
You're supposed to freeze the top of a cake and then on your 1-year anniversary, eat it a year later.
I'm on my 20th year. What do I got to wait till my 40th to eat it?
Well, I wonder.
And you know what'll be funny? In that same freezer is going to be the Dixicle that we got for you back in January.
No, that thing left. I don't know who took it out.
Someone threw out the Dixicle?
Yes.
Oh, we have a social media video on this. So for those that have no clue what the Dixicle is,
Catching you up.
months ago in January, the dead ass of winter here in New York State, there was this it was like an exhaust pipe. So anytime, and there was moisture that would come out of
An
it.
exhaust for the building.
Yeah, right.
I
Yes, I
believe-
gave you exhaust for the building
I
ice.
believe it is it's the pipe for the heating system for our
Yeah, it's
building.
probably spewing frozen carbon monoxide, right? Like, this is going to kill anyone that would have used it. But it oddly seemed to freeze in the shape of a penis.
Yes.
And I happened to notice it one day walking in, so I broke it off and I brought it right up to Allie, and that was the video of me presenting her with the Dixicle. And then we said, let's put that in the freezer for a special occasion, because
a rainy
usually
day.
they have this bathtub looking thing. It looks like a bedpan almost, that they put ice in and put.
And that's what we use.
Yes, and
That's
put soda
alarming.
cans in it. And I was going to say, what a perfect place one day. We'll have a nice company get together, talk about something ridiculous, some new policy that drops a day before a long weekend.
Some HR policy.
Yeah, right. And then there'll be the Dixicle in it. And you are telling me that's gone from the freezer?
It's been gone for weeks. I keep
Who
forgetting.
would have looked in the freezer to get that? You and I are really the only ones that would have had it up here on a regular basis.
The only thing I could think of is we got a new GM at the beginning of April. It was April 1st or 3rd that he came. I'm probably guessing, because I don't open the freezer all that often.
Nobody does.
I'm guessing that somebody saw it and was like, ooh, before the new guy gets here.
Oh, come on.
And then-
Who thinks, hey, you know what? I got to look for some nefarious looking stuff around a building in a freezer of a refrigerator in a kitchen?
Also, and I don't want to discredit our boss, but he's got a good sense of humor. I think that he would have been okay with the Dixicle.
He would have laughed at it.
But whatever, it's no longer in existence. So we have to wait till January.
And then I'll get you a new Dixicle.
Yes.
And if you're
Yes.
lucky, it'll be a bigger one.
Yeah, yes. Oh, so not that I want to bring up any exes a lot, but you have been married before.
Yes.
Did you guys do the freezing the cake thing?
I think so.
But you sound like you don't remember what the cake tasted
That's
like.
a lot of years ago. I was
Okay.
married in 97, and I was
Wow.
divorced in 2013. So
Holy, yeah, you wouldn't remember that then
no,
probably.
I think we did. I
well,
think we
I just
did.
wanted to know if it's good or if it's something that we should do. Should we freeze part of that cake?
What
What am I saying? What am I saying? It's not even going to be cut here. You're going to take it home. You
Yeah,
guys are going to eat half of it and then throw the other half away.
Yeah, well,
It's
that's
fine.
true. So I'm hoping somebody gets into it. But the problem is I got to leave in an hour and a half. I don't want to be sitting here waiting until 4 when people suddenly get up the ambition to go cut the cake. Like, now it's time. Now you've guilted me into time out of my day to walk to each individual person here and say, listen, if you want a piece of cake, I need you to go get some right now.
Yes,
Because I'm going to take it home. And if you don't, you're going to miss out on it. So that doesn't sound all that great, does it?
No, it's not. That doesn't sound bad. I think that what's great about that is that you are connecting with each individual employee.
I'm forcing you, if you want
So-
cake, to get it on my timeline. Yes.
Who's going to say no to cake though? If somebody, even though if I wasn't thinking
Apparently
about
the whole
cake,
building. I already announced it to everyone, and no one's gone to get me.
all right, by the end of the podcast, I bet you there'll be no. I can't guarantee that there's going to be a slice out. I'll be the first to slice it up because you always
Like
wait
you're
for-
the first on the dance floor at a wedding. I
Right.
get this. I understand.
Right. So somebody's got to slice the cake first. Once somebody takes the first slice of the company cake, then everyone's like, "Ooh, cake? Yeah, yes."
Yeah. Well, if I
Okay.
could have gotten through to the front office, I could have,
I know,
had
why
them.
are they not picking up? Like, what
don't
are they doing?
know.
There's 3 people that work up there.
I'll try it again.
3 too many.
Hold on.
I'm just kidding.
3 too many.
I'm
Here.
kidding.
Hang on. Try it again now. God.
So silly. And I love it.
Hello.
Hey, Hope, did you may not have heard my announcement back here on this side of the building while we're doing the podcast. Did you want a piece of the cake, which is in the kitchen? Because Allie's convinced that I wanted to take the whole cake home with me for the family. And I said, that's not really true, but I
He's
didn't see anybody.
hoarding it.
I didn't see anybody jumping up. Did you want a piece of cake?
We're all in the conference room. I'll get them and tell them.
Who's all in the
Oh,
conference? What the hell's going on? Wait, is...
Mackenzie. We just had lunch.
Oh, God, I thought there was finally
See?
that meeting. 20th anniversary. Scott's getting thrown out today.
I honestly thought you guys were in the conference room and we were not
Yeah,
invited.
I'll see if they want cake.
Yeah, go see if they do, because I'd like to at least take a piece home.
Okay.
Okay. All right. There you go. Wow. Bye. And that also answers 2 questions: why they didn't answer, as well as.
But why do they all? Why can no one answer the phone? Okay, that's just another thing that kind of irritates me. Because what if it was an actual listener that was calling? Like one. What? I'm serious.
Oh, come on in, Wendy. Yeah,
Wendy,
Wendy's here too.
Wendy,
Wendy,
come here.
come here. We're in the midst of the podcast now. We don't have a camera on her right now. You can lean into. You can lean into
I don't know if you
Allie
want
for
to
a
lean over
minute.
here. This is
Why? What did you do?
So no.
That's
So
exactly right.
listen, Allie's convinced that the cake that arrived for me today from our GM who listens on the way in and brought one because I'm pretty sure nobody else knew it was my 20th anniversary, and that's okay. That's fine.
Even I didn't know.
Yeah, I know.
I think you forgot.
How did I forget? I was the one that told you.
I think you forgot until
Mentioned it a couple weeks ago.
I think you forgot
Oh,
until today.
well, that's very good. So, but now, did you get a piece of cake?
I did.
Oh, that a
See?
girl. All right,
See?
that a girl. Good.
Was that what you were coming in
I
for?
didn't yell suey, but I still came running.
Well, see, okay, good. I'm glad you did because Allie was convinced that I just wanted to take the cake home for the family. It would have been even that size of a cake too
I
much.
felt guilty because we cut the first piece.
No,
See?
that's great. It's not a
said-
birthday. It's not like I get
know,
good luck
but-
for it.
But that's exactly what I said to him. I said nobody wants to be the first to cut, and I
did it.
Good, that a girl. That good. I'm glad. I feel better about it. See, I'm glad. Now, I just called the girls at the front office. They're all in the conference room eating. By the way, did you all get lunch and not tell us?
No.
Oh, okay. They must have.
I have a tuna fish sandwich in my.
So, you're living exciting.
and we're way far from payday.
Wow. Yeah.
She's struggling.
How's the canned tuna going? Okay, so you got some. Good. At least everyone's getting some.
Okay, yes, everyone's getting some because I guilted him.
Hey, Wendy, stick around for a minute. This is something.
Well, this camera,
Oh my
this
God!
camera.
I'm looking at Allie's crotch in the camera. I don't want that. By the way, I love the
Better hers
blue.
than mine.
I love the blue that your shirt has on it. If you're
Did
able
you
to watch
see?
this, so this blue
At
pops.
first I thought it was one of those cooling vests.
It's
Or you're going scuba diving or something.
holy jeez! First we get a crotch, and now we get this.
You can't see anything. You can't see anything.
but, yeah, you'd
Not
have
the
to-
first time that I flashed on our social media.
True,
though.
and you'd have to go about 4 feet lower for us to really see a nipple. But
so true.
anyway,
Hey, at
so-
least my knees are warm.
yeah, Wendy, move over a little bit because I want you to see
okay.
this. So,
Closer to her.
so Wendy, Wendy's one of our coworkers. God Almighty,
If you're
this
watching
camera.
this, you're going to be so sick.
If you wanted to know what the sinking of the Titanic looked like, watch this video.
Pain in here or something.
So Wendy, you'll have to step up to the mic a little bit here on this one, but I need to ask you. See, Allie doesn't get it in this case. Okay, I'm not going to bring down the energy of this. I can do it very quickly and get it out of my system, but I think if I were to run for a high office, my platform could be this. You know,
Be this
medical.
office right now, they're all high, aren't they?
Well,
Something's going on.
that's why the cake's going so quick. But okay, medical bills. All right. We know they suck. I'm not going down that path. Why is there not some standardization of all the bill coming at one time? You know, when you go to a restaurant, you have a steak and you have a couple drinks. Your bill comes to you with the steak and a couple drinks on it. Your bill doesn't come to you with a steak and then a minute before you leave the restaurant, here's a bill for your drink. And then you're in your car, here's a bill for your other drink. By the way, if you had 2 drinks, you shouldn't be driving, but that's here nor there. So I say that, I say that because I just paid I'm not going to mention the provider, but I just paid one healthy size bill to one provider. I thought, good, this is off my chest. This is done. I even looked online and did not see any more bills pending. Lo and behold, what comes in the frickin' mail yesterday? Another bill. Not as big, but another one. Why can't we get this all in one? I mean,
I wish you could because it's itemized.
well, it's
I just had a surgery, Scott, and I'm still getting stuff in it. One bill was $11.
what?
I'm like, what is this?
What was $11?
I don't know. It was like something in the
A Band-Aid.
Yeah.
Probably was a Band-Aid. I had a couple of Band-Aids.
Well, it just drives me nuts because you think you've made it to the finish line, and then they're like, nope, we're going to move the finish line on you, and it's not fair. Now, I know that, they removed health bills from your credit reporting and stuff like that, but they still pressure you and all that. And I'm not talking about an error in billing. I had that happen. We're not talking about that. I'm just saying, why? Okay, if it's all for one thing, like you had the surgery. To me, that is one thing, which means your anesthesia, your whatever for the surgeon, your whatever, it should be in a package. That's one visit to the restaurant, if you will. Okay. Your next visit to the restaurant, because you went a couple weeks later and you had a totally different meal, that's a different bill. I understand that. I just never feel like I can get caught up. And it makes me wonder, am I getting scammed? And it's not one provider. It seems to be all of them that they just, it just keeps coming.
Like you're getting double charged.
Yeah, double charged,
yeah.
or we're like, oh, wait a minute, we got a little bit more
Because
we
it's
can
almost
do.
like they forget. Like, oh, yeah, this person was in here and they moved the cap on your head. When you've
I think what needs to be done, and here's the thing. Medical billing is the world's biggest secret because the way it works with coding, and if it's a diagnostic or if it's procedural or if it's this or if it's that or if it's covered or not, it's all one gigantic scam. And I think the transparency needs to come out, and I think there needs to be some sort of regulation of it that says, okay, if this has to do with this procedure, your surgery, and yeah, there's a lot around that. You had, like I said, anesthesia. You had the procedure.
By the way, if you're running for office, you've lost me already because I'm out of here.
Okay, well,
I'm just teasing.
I think you're right, though,
No,
Scott.
it's going off, and it's like, it's true. You're never going to solve this. This is what everybody, it's like, okay, we want to get healthcare and all this stuff and make it concise. And I find myself in like so much debt because of it. I'm like, I'll get to it when I get to it.
yeah, and I'm not even looking to make healthcare free. I mean, we're not Canada here. I mean, I'm not going to, we already tried that one. But, I'm just saying, can we get it to the point where it's understandable and you stop getting surprises? Because these are extra bills that come in. Like, you might have a mortgage, a car payment, you might have utilities. We probably have all those things. And I don't know, you want to go to that dinner, but now you can't because you got to sit there and keep paying.
It goes up too, because like you said, you're paying the debt. I have like a financial card, right? So I pushed it to a card, so I'm not paying the actual provider, but it's more of like a financial card.
Yeah,
through
it's
the
like you
provider.
financed it
And all
out.
of a sudden, it was a one-time thing. You pick your payment for the month. Pick my payment, comfortable payment. I get the surgery. Boop! It shot up like 3 times per month, and I'm like, I can't
You didn't
afford
ask for that.
No, I didn't. But yeah,
Wow.
you can make it happen if you're going to run for a
No,
higher
I'm just saying somebody needs to take that and deal with it. That is the most frustrating thing.
I also
I
love
wish I could
that.
answer the question. I feel like I just.
Well,
They
I don't
just
know.
keep
I don't,
coming.
Right. I don't know why it happens, but I also love that Scott started with, Allie doesn't understand this. As if I've never had a surgery.
He had one surgery in the
I've
past
had
10 years.
3.
Billing go
I had
up.
3.
You had 3 surgeries?
I had
Because you
my.
sure as shit didn't get the lobotomy.
I got the gallbladder. I got the other lady.
Oh my God, the gallbladder was 20 years ago.
I haven't even
still
been here
counts.
20 years.
Yeah, but that's forever. She might have grown a new one by now.
I had the gallbladder. I had the lady surgery, and then I had a tummy tuck.
Okay, so, but you know what I'm saying then? It's been a while. I mean, you don't have, like, I have
Oh,
kids.
I'm sorry that I haven't had a surgery in 4 years.
Okay, well, get it together, will you?
I have one every year.
Yeah.
Somebody's like broken over here.
Jeez. Sooner or
I
later,
do think that. I think you're right, Scott. Though it should, because when sometimes you might be at a grocery store and you have bottled water underneath and they forget to scan it.
Yeah.
At that point, you're lost. So if you forget to charge me on the first bill, sorry,
yeah,
you're lost.
It's either that or just in general. Why does it just keep randomly coming? And
Yeah.
with kids, it's awful because obviously there's more in my household that has to be dealt with medically because just simple number of people that are
Yeah.
getting stuff done or going to a doctor.
I might have an idea because
Okay.
some of the providers may not be actually in that.
gotta get closer.
Sorry, it may not be in that building all the time. It could be they're at another hospital, so they come in and they work this surgery. So maybe there's different billing systems from.
Well, that's what I'm
Come
saying.
on. This is
I'm just-
computer.
I'm trying
This is
to-
computers. Get it together.
Yeah,
like
the
we're all on the
billing- you're
same
right.
system.
Computers always make
It's
mistakes.
the billing system. To either wait till it's all put together
Right.
and I'm going to see that bill
I
and
agree.
go, oh,
It's like, they
jeez.
turned in a project for class, but
Yes.
I'm missing the resources cited.
That's a great analogy. Is a
Thank you.
teacher for end of school year right here in front of us in New York State. You got to bring in that volcano.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if you bring in the volcano, that's great. But if you got to bring in the lava the next day, oh, wait, and the smoke the next day, oh, wait, and then there's this, you're going to fail. You're going
Right.
to get an F.
Right, and then it'll never erupt.
That's right. See?
So I'm with you.
I haven't
If you
been to the doctor
if
for
you
that
forget
yet,
something,
thankfully.
If
What?
you forget something, I'm not paying for it.
No, yeah, you're right. And stop keeping it coming. That's all I'm
we
saying.
forget to pay. We still got to pay.
Oh, they'll
we get
come
charged
after you.
double.
Right? It's a double standard.
Yep. Yep.
It is a double standard. Oh my gosh! Thank you, Wendy.
leave you guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
bye.
bye-bye. Bye. Go
get more cake.
Go get more
Save
cake.
Me,
That's
save
right.
me a piece
Yeah.
of cake.
That's right. Hey, Jordan, come on in here for just a second.
Wendy, is it chocolate or is it vanilla?
Vanilla with vanilla.
Oh, wait.
Vanilla
What
with
was
vanilla.
vanilla with vanilla?
Vanilla.
You
Okay,
can't
so-
see him, but that's Jordan. Here, Jordan, step
So,
around here
Jordan-
just so they can see you for a second there. That's
Did you get the big? I hope you got the biggest, fattest slice of cake. Did you?
Did you have a healthy piece, Jordan? I mean, you're a growing boy. Look at you. There you are.
I love how he's flexing.
Yeah.
It's a podcast.
Put your glasses
They
on. You
can't-
look super
they can't-
badass.
Gone, so I'm
Oh
bringing
my
it
gosh,
in
that
here.
cake is almost gone. See, sorry,
I
Scott.
got it in here.
Allie, I swear to God.
Now
Not
we
only
have
did
no
you eat
cake
all the
for-
balloons so my daughter can't have one, which is all a 6-year-old gives a shit about.
Oh, my
But
gosh.
now there's like literally one sliver left. Jordan, will you look at my security guard behind me?
Put the lid on, Jordan.
Would you-
So that way,
Is there a
no
lid
one
here?
no one else can eat. Yeah, there was a
Would
lid
you do me
earlier.
a favor? Would you grab that lid? My
Yes,
security.
Allie doesn't eat any cake, do I?
I just
I can't have.
Yeah, you
Scott's
and your
cake
big
and eat it
freaking
too.
mouth. You're losing cake.
I know.
Now,
I
in-
just lost to a 6-year-old.
In the beginning of this podcast, we showed you the size of the cake. Could you bring that over here, security, Jordan? Literally, this guy, you are
Security,
hired for
Jordan.
security.
How
Now look
tall
at
are
this.
you, Jordan?
Look at this. This is all that's left of the damn thing. It was a whole cake when we started, and there's. I can give you a piece, Allie.
And
Oh,
Scott's-
some shit did eat the balloon. Now I got to tell Lydia. You got to. All right, you got to cut where the balloons were, so she can't see that there was a
Just
balloon there.
take a knife and just smooth it over so she wouldn't know.
Thank you very much, security.
Thanks. I like
appreciate
how
that.
he has his sunglasses on as if he's security.
like a freaking pro
Cake
wrestler
security.
standing
Is that what
there.
happens like at the Cake Boss store that they've got like cake security?
Yes, yes,
And do you
exactly.
think that it's like, oh, turn around, I need to see that cake?
And you said vanilla on vanilla?
Vanilla on vanilla.
Okay, that's the way I like
Good.
it too.
You know, that's the other weird thing. You know, my
I mean,
taste.
Allie prefers chocolate on vanilla, but that's a totally different subject.
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. She
I haven't
says.
talked about my chocolate daddies in a long time.
No, it's been a hot
It
minute.
has been a hot
Because I
minute.
can't remember the other thing I was going to bitch about for the life of me. So
But I was on the phone with my best friend last night, and I was telling him about this chocolate daddy, and he goes, "Man, I haven't heard you talk about a chocolate daddy in a while." I
Yeah,
was
it's been a minute.
That's because I got a white chocolate daddy now.
Yeah, what?
And,
Oh,
when
white
you-
chocolate
Yeah,
daddy.
so when you got the white chocolate daddy, you got to stop talking about the chocolate daddy.
yeah, you don't want to offend the white chocolate daddy and,
Exactly. He's
suddenly
a-
be on the market for a new chocolate daddy. Oh, God.
melts in your mouth, not in your hand. Anyway, okay.
Oh, wow. Well, we know what you'll do. I mean, what have we learned in this podcast? Tits at her
Nothing.
knees and she'll...
Wait, what we've learned is that Scott doesn't like to share because now that he's shared, he's
is
pissed
that
about
what
it.
we've learned?
Yeah, I know how pissed you are.
You're right. You enforced the share.
As if there are enough snacks in your house anyway.
Oh,
because
that's true.
I know that you have a snack drawer, but see now it's like it's this weird dad guilt. Like you had cake, and
Which you gave me.
the dad guilt.
Yes, because you forced me to share with everyone.
No, your dad guilt is because now there's no cake for your kids.
That's what I'm saying. Why is there no cake for the kids, Allie? Because Allie forced me to share with everybody else.
Within this
Jordan, you're
podcast.
welcome to it. You're security. You're okay.
This is what I said when you walked out of the room, Scott, is all these people have supported you over these years, whether they were listeners. Jordan, did you listen to our show before you worked here?
A little bit, yeah. Just
That's such a lie.
Okay, you got me. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
all right,
yes.
and stop.
He's like,
the
"No, I
the
hated
bubble
your
bursting's
show."
enough. That's it. Oh, God.
I'm sure you've heard it at some point. You can't get away
I
from
mean,
Scott free.
you wouldn't be the first person to work in this building and be like, radio? What's that?
No, my favorite is we work with Melissa, we worked with her forever.
Literally, she's
don't
the only
listen to
person that's been here this long.
I don't listen to your show. I listen to country. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, whatever you
That
want.
boring morning show.
Yeah, go ahead. Well, I mean, think about this. She's waiting for her parents to croak so she can inherit the property and knit by herself. So, I mean, let's call a spade
Hey,
here.
I'm waiting for mine to croak too so I can inherit a lot of money. So,
Really, that's the circle of
And
life.
then guess what, Scott? I'll buy you a cake.
Oh, with that nice.
with my inheritance.
Let me guess. I'll have to share it with everybody we work with by then because nobody that's the same now will be the same then. Oh, my God. I am so done with you. I'm leaving the podcast.
I'm done with you. Bye.
Well, that was fun. Wasn't that fun? That was fun. Do us a favor, will you? Subscribe. Share the Scott and Allie Not For Air podcast. Touch our buttons. We know you want to.